Hey, very good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live analysis for decoding session for BankNifty. Today is the 26th of September 2023, Tuesday. The current time is 9:04 a.m. IST, and let me just quickly share my screen and let's first look at the overall context. What has happened, in the previous auction or yesterday's auction. Okay, so overall, what am I seeing? First of all, is there is a supply seen around 45,000 level, and the demand or the supply is shutting off around the 44,433 or 44,500 level. Okay, but overall nothing has changed. We are seeing, so for me 44,500 was an important reference level because that's where a lot of shorts are the ones who are trapped, and we are currently in a range from 45,000 to 44,500. Okay, so we are in this 500 point range. There's nothing, and overall this is overall a balance, and what I'm seeing is there is supply coming in at 45,100, 45,000, and the supply is shutting off at 44,500. Okay, so we are in a rotational market. The overall auction is in a rotational behavior, and we are just rotating around the psychological level between 500, 44,500 and 45,000. Okay, and the reason is, first of all, today is Tuesday, the Fin Nifty expiry, and tomorrow Wednesday is the Bank Nifty expiry. So whoever bought within the previous month, they actually took the auction higher, the smart money, they booked their profits. Now what they are doing is they have created shorts, and now they are just booking their profits in the shorts. Okay, as it is a month end, also this is a quarterly end, so a lot of I would say bigger players, HNI funds, and proprietary traders, they would be just booking out and creating new positions. Okay, so it is also the monthly expiry for the futures also. So we are seeing since last 3 days, the reason why we are just rotating in a 500 point range is no fresh buying or no fresh selling is coming in. It's all the old business who is currently present, and they are just booking out and taking out in this getting out of the auction. Okay, but overall we are balancing, and from the inventory perspective, yes, overall currently the inventory is flat. We are in a range of 3 days, so we are in a 3-day range, and what I'm seeing is a lot of call options. So basically call are the ones who have created a lot of positions, and let me just look at the max pain. So the max pain is around 44,900, so it has not yet shifted, but yeah, overall I'm seeing a lot of call inventory is already created in the yesterday's auction, and sorry, the okay, this is a monthly expiry, so it is going to happen on Thursday instead of Wednesday, because Bank Nifty is monthly expiry is going to be on Wednesday, and the weekly expiry is going to be on sorry, the monthly expiry is going to be on Thursday, and the weekly expiry is going to be on Wednesday. I don't know when will the exchanges keep things simple and not confused, because whenever such scenarios happen, right, there will be a lot of premium erosion happening. So as an option buyer like myself, I have to be very cautious, because the odds are stacked against me. Okay, even if I am right in my overall conviction, and the auction is developing as per my understanding, the premiums won't be increasing, or they will be. So it's good to become an option seller compared to an option buyer. Okay, so coming back to the structure, right, so overall the yesterday structure, we are pretty balanced, and this is the overall balance which we have formed a 500 point range. Yesterday's day before yesterday's POCs, where we have got supply come in, and this is where a lot of buyers are the ones who are trapped, and similarly here are the sellers who are trapped. So just to magnify from the order flow perspective, these are the zones where I'm seeing is, so above 45,000, so one is 45,000, There is trap buyer, again trap buyers at 45,100, and a lot of trap sellers around 44,500. Okay, so we are still in the yesterday's range. I think the pre-open data is out. Let me just look at how the auction is getting developed. So the pre-open is suggesting me that the auction is opening flat, so there is no change. So overall inventory is long and we are opening 40 points lower. Okay, so this is the overall balance, and I'm seeing this is, so for me 44,600 is the area where I'm observing, because that's where I'm seeing a lot of inventory got absorbed and good volume got created and a lot of smart money came in. So basically this is an indicator which the AI, it analyzes the order flow coming real time, and it helps me to gauge the context. Okay, so those who bought in this particular balance, again they came up and they bought their positions again. So if you see, if I just extend this box, so if I just extend this box, this is where the demand came in, supply shut off. Okay, so for me 44,600 or 605 is an important reference level using this particular indicator. If I just move back, right, so this was again a sign. How I'm using this particular indicator is I'm seeing a lot of spikes where the algos came in. So this helps me to analyze that some algos came in here and some algos came in here, but overall from the price action perspective, this earlier was a support, now it will become a resistance, and that was the reason why yesterday I had took the trade and I was able to, but yeah, I took it in the first minute itself. But yeah, this was another trade which I found out using this particular algos and the indicators which I have created. Okay, so I'm just hiding those, and as the auction is gonna open 40 points negative. So 44,766 and 44,700 are the two zones where I'll be observing, and this is also the POC, the time point of control, which I'm going to look at. So overall auction is going to open flat. I'm looking for rotational behavior, and if I look at the order flow which developed yesterday, so we have got a lot of trap supply in terms of the buyers. Okay, so this is the yesterday's order flow chart. Let me just okay, so as it is opening lower, so I'm looking for this level to act as a level of resistance. So for me 44,800 is the area of resistance. There is an unfinished auction in terms of the gap, so this has not been filled, so this will be filled, and I'm looking for responsive buying at previous days VWAP, because that's where again yesterday the folks who missed the rally, they will be again trying to come in. But apart from that, then lower area is where I'm looking for some responsive buying, and that's where a lot of unfinished auctions are there. We have got trap seller, we have got unfinished auctions, and we have also got area where I'm looking for responsive buying and retest of this zones. Okay, so yep, things are pretty clear. I'll be looking at the order flow. So the POC is here. So what is that? That is 44,720 or 702. That's fine. So I'll just close this and I'll just open this. Now let me just open my browser, the one click. So overall, yesterday I just took one trade, and this is the current MTM available for trading today. Yeah, so I'm not in a hurry to take any trades today. I will be just observing the overall auction, how it is getting developed, and there is a level. So 766 is the level, and I'm seeing some trapped sellers supply there. So I'm looking for responsive buying at 700. That's an important level. Unless and until I'll be just observing how the auction is getting developed. Okay, ES and crude oil, yeah, nothing much is happening, so let me just close this too, and yeah, I'll just observe. I'll just keep this chart. The time is 9:14 and 30 seconds. In next 30 seconds the auction will open, so let's see how the order is coming in. And if you have got any questions, feel free to use the chat function, or else, yeah, we'll just observe. We'll observe the open. Okay, so I'm expecting responsive selling right at the open. So this is acting as the level of resistance. Auction came in here and now it is slowly developing lower. So 766 is the area where I have spotted supply, and it looked below the L period low and failed. Now overall, if you see, the print is pretty thin. There are unfinished auctions around here. I'm looking for continuation lower. Let's see whether we get that, or we might get a rotational movement. But yeah, we are developing below the L period low, so I'm looking for continuation lower, and looking to see how the prices react and how the order flow is coming in. Overall delta is negative, and the open is, so overall inventory is also flat. Where is previous day's close? Here is previous day's close. Sorry, T+2 close. Overall, yeah, okay, so it is pretty flat, and we are 44,700 is the zone which I shared. That's where I'm observing how the reaction. I'm looking for supply to shut off at that particular level. So this is where the supply is shutting off. Previous days VWAP, again, it is developing lower, but it is nicely getting absorbed. So 44,700 is where the supply is shutting off, and now we are trying to move higher. So a rotational day, currently the open is rotational, so no point in chasing the trade, but we have broken out of the M period balance and we are seeing rotational in the L period balance. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. No trades yet. Overall delta is flat, like it is moving on the negative side, but yeah, I'm seeing this is the level of resistance. This unfinished auction, the gap is still not yet filled, and we have got a lot of unfinished auctions. So let's see whether we whether we fill this unfinished auction. Do we continue lower? What is the overall auction that is getting developed? And yeah, we are below the POC, and we are, okay, 44,500. So no clarity yet, so I'm just waiting and watching now. Okay, but resistance, basically this is where the auction it opened, it saw very good rejection from here. So that was one nice trade. I was not able to execute it. It happened too fast. Plus I'm doing a live YouTube. So yeah, so this is missed. I'm fine with that. Now currently I'm seeing supply is trapped below 44,700, and there are also buyers trapped below 720. So this is a range. Let's see, the reaction, what it happens. But currently the inventory is short. We are just trading around developing around the today's open. Now I have spotted buyers who are coming in. So there are buyers at 717 to 71720, and now it is moving higher. So do we see some fresh supply coming in or not? Okay, so yeah, sellers seen here. So it is just developing around this. So if the auction goes lower, right? Okay, so 200, 200, 400 buyers are here. Now I'm looking for continuation lower. Okay, so I have taken a put trade, and the reason is I've spotted some buyers who are trapped. So this is a test trade. Okay, so it is 275 and it got hit. Okay, so this was a test trade where I entered at 271, and when it was trading at 280 or 281, I was just trailing my SL. So it was at 275 and then I was just trailing. So I was in a trade for like 40 seconds. Yeah, and this was the first trade and it has looked above. So it failed to move lower and it has looked above. Okay, so I have entered early. This is 409 and I'll keep it at 415. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and it got hit. Okay, so this was a quick scalp trade. The reason why I took a call is again, the auction was not developing lower. So there was, I was looking for a short covering move, and again in this trade I entered at 409 and exited at 421. This was again 20-second trade. Okay, so overall I have taken 2 trades and overall I have captured some points, about 10 or 12 points total in total. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So I've captured more in call compared to put. But these are the 2 trades which I was able to spot using the delta order flow. And now I'm looking for some supply to come in again at 766. Okay, so yep, I'm pretty happy. Don't focus. First thing, what I would suggest is don't look at this. Focus on your process. So I have a process, the auction developed as per my understanding, and then you just have to execute. Whether it's a profit or a loss, I don't know, but you have to focus on practicing your process and practicing your trades. Okay. So overall, I am currently in a 260 point profit with 2 trades. So these are the 2 trades, which I have captured. Okay. So just focus on those things. Okay. So now what is happening is there is supply coming in at 750, and we have got a seller here. We have got trapped buyers here. So this for me is a resistance zone and this is a support zone. Okay. So now I'm looking for again some rotational move, between these 2 levels. Also there are unfinished auctions. So overhead, obviously there will be supply present because folks who bought here, right, they are the ones, who are, so the buyers here are becoming the sellers here because they are looking to exit. Okay. So now I'm just looking for this range to be broken and see, the reaction which is developing. And this entire zone for me is a support zone. So 720, 700, so these are the 3 levels where, I'm looking for some responsive buying if the price comes lower. Okay, so that is my next trade plan. Right now, let it chop because it is going to chop, and 766 is a reference, where I'm looking for supply. And let me just go to the other chart. So to the other chart, and yep, I'm looking for supply, but supply is not seen. We are getting accepted above 727. Now I'm looking for a retest of the current high which has made, because there are certain stop losses present here, those who are currently shorting in the current auction. Okay, so I'm expecting some rotational, so do not short. Currently I'm seeing supply getting absorbed from the price action perspective. 727 is an important level for me. So I'm observing the reaction here. Now there is a seller here. So this is a resistance zone and this is a support zone. So expect a balanced, move, a rotational move between this 50 points. So as it is now coming lower, let's see, because here I'm expecting some sort of responsive buying. So do we get that? So it is, I'm looking at this particular close. Yeah, so it closed above 727. Okay, now again I'm seeing continuation lower. That is fine. So the buyers were not able to protect this level. Now there are sellers, trapped sellers at 44,700. So do they come in and do they protect their positions? Let's see. If it breaks, if the close is below 700, then odds are higher that we might rotate lower. Okay, so now currently it is just chopping here. It is still rotating. So I'm waiting for 700 to break now. So does the 700 break, and the buying is coming in at the today's open. So that is a market generated information. So just be careful. So again, we are moving above this particular level. It failed to tag the 700. And now, the sellers who came in below VWAP, they are the ones. So if the auction moves above 727, they will be the one, who will be trapped, and they have kept their stop losses here and here. Okay, so again, it is coming to 700. Let's see whether it takes out. So I'm just observing, because let's see whether this level is getting hold or whether it has been taken out. Again, we are bouncing up. So it was at 700 and then it bounced to 711. Okay, so this is a support zone. Let's see whether this stays stable, whether this level remains or not. Okay, so we have got trap buyers, we have got trap sellers, we are in a range. I'm waiting for the price to move higher. Let's see. But looking at the current auction, yep, so now I'm looking for continuation lower. It looked below and failed. Now I'm waiting for I should come lower because there is overhead supply getting created. Nope, it has failed this. So it looked below 700 and failed. Now I'm looking for continuation. So whether we get that continuation or whether we still rotate in this 50-point range. Let's see. But supply is getting absorbed. There are sellers who might be trapped. Now it's a good position, safe bet to take a long trade. So you can take a long trade keeping your SL at 700. This is a 20-point SL. Your target is this, 50. So yeah, 20-point target. So 1:1 is the ratio. But currently this is the level where I'm seeing support is intact. Supply is definitely absorbed. And if you don't want to keep a 20-point SL, keep your SL at this particular, 711 or 710. Plus we are developing in the previous day's value. So rotational movement is expected. And I am now looking for a short covering move. Let's see whether we get that. Because there are stops here, 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 and here. Again, there is supply overhead present. Okay, so 44,800 is again the area where I'm looking for supply to come in. Okay, so you should be in some profit. If you don't want to bear the losses, or if you're not happy, then you can just exit in the current move which is happening. Because currently I'm seeing some strength. This is not 100%, but yeah, there is some strength. So always sell in strength. And this is where, again, supply will be coming in. Okay. So if I were you, I will be just booking whatever 1 or 2 rupee gain which I have got. Now I'm seeing again a rotational move. Okay. Overall delta is negative. So supply is the one, which are trapped. Let me just look at the options data. So we are developing, auction is developing below 44,700 in the spot, and that's where a lot of put writing is happening. So supply is getting absorbed. Let's see, because now the next area where I'm seeing sellers or call writing is happening is at 44,800, 900 and 45,000. Okay, so again it is moving lower. 700. Okay, so this is where I'm also seeing previous T+2 close, plus below that is where I'm seeing trapped sellers. So again it is moving lower. Now there has been a shift. So now I'm looking for continuation lower now, because a lot of supply is present now, and boom, you saw this, right? So this was the nice move, and there was a limit buyer who has absorbed the sellers. So about 984. I'm looking for this particular gap to be filled, this unfinished auctions to be filled, and see, because below this level is where I'm looking for some responsive buying, because this is where a lot of supply is trapped. Okay, so let's see whether we see continuation lower or not, because from the price action perspective, if you see this particular balance, yeah, this is where the sellers got trapped, and this is where again buyers came in. And you saw the wick, right? This is where the absorption is happening. some still unfinished auctions present in this particular zone. So I want it to get repaired, and I'm looking for look below and fail, whether we get that. And if it looks below and continue, then I'm expecting responsive buying at 44,600. Okay, so don't short now because you will be getting trapped. There is overhead supply seen, so it will move up to 44,700. That's where again sellers will come in, and then they will again try to take the auction lower. But we are in a rotational move. The move, this has already happened. So the momentum is getting absorbed now. So let's just wait and watch. And it has just been 15 minutes, and first of all we have spotted who is trapped. Yeah. So currently the sellers are the ones who are trapped. Overall delta is negative, so supply is the one who is in control. Now they should work even more hard to take the auction lower. Okay, if they fail to do that, so now it is nearing 700. Let's see whether we see the seller there or not. So 700, there should be a seller at 700, and the supply got absorbed below 44,666, so that's fine. If it continues higher, expect again 700 and the VWAP. No, the sellers are still continuing coming, so they are doing a splendid job. But I'm waiting for this 984 to be tagged and move lower. Okay, let's see whether that happens. And let me just mark these levels and save the chart. Okay, but overall we are in the previous day's value, so expect choppiness. If I am able to split, am I able to split this? Yes. No, I'm not able to split this, but overall from the structural perspective, okay, no point. This is the split version. But K period low, D period low. So this is one, and yeah. So K period low is important level. So we are just ranging. Okay. Now what has happened is the put sellers. So basically there are put sellers at 700, more put selling happening at 600 and 500. Okay. So this entire band from 500, 600, 700 is the area where put guys or inventory is getting created. These guys, they are getting a nice price, so they would have added couple of lots here, couple of lots here, and they're waiting for price to go below 44,500. Yeah. So expect a range bound between 500 to 700 from the spot. And currently if I look at 700 is where a lot of put buying is happening. Okay, the inventory which is getting created. Okay, so rotational movement is what I'm expecting. I'm waiting for this unfinished auction to get cleared, to get filled, and now is the time to just wait and watch. Okay. So with that, I would like to end the session. Do like, share, subscribe. Do share it with other folks who are interested to learn about market profile. And also, if you're watching this in a recorded session, or after you're not watching it live, feel free to comment and let me know. Yeah, if you have got any questions. So with that, ending today's session, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Take care. Thank you. Bye for now.